Hello again. How was that? It was good. It was good, right? Amazing first episode. All right, well, there's a few changes since I last spoke to you. The first change is that we're going to welcome more of you. All right, so the first thing to say is a hugely warm welcome to Glasgow. So if everyone just would turn around, look in one of those cameras and say, "Hello, Glasgow." All right, well done. All right, well, I loved meeting you earlier, so thanks for doing that. Glasgow, thank you very much. I have received many of your questions, and thank you for keeping it decent. All right, for those of you that I haven't met out in Glasgow, I'm Russell Morris. I'm the marketing director, merchandise director of Amazon Instant Video, and it is our privilege to be offering this show exclusively to our Amazon Prime customers here in the UK. Looking forward to offering episodes 2 through to 8, all on one day, starting on Thursday, and then we will go hours after broadcast. We established that earlier, didn't we? Hours after broadcast from April the 5th. So welcome to this special premiere screening event. Right, so that was episode 1, and I've seen the next episodes, and it gets better and better. All right, so look forward to that. So let me ask you a few questions. You love Scotland even more now, right? All right, okay, well, that's good, that's good. And Sam Heughan and Katrina Balfe look even better when you see them that close and that big, right? All right, okay. And you want to see the next episodes, right? Yeah, okay. All right, and we talked earlier about how grateful we are for the genius that is Mr. Ron D. Moore, okay? So let's start talking. Ladies and gentlemen, Ron D. Moore. Thank you, Ron. All right. And we gave the game away earlier, didn't we? So we've got a couple more special guests. The first one I'll bring in. Okay, Ron, I'm in way. So. Let me step to one side. Russell, know your place here today. The next person I'd like to bring is Katrina Balfe. I've just heard something very special about Katrina, which I'm sure she will allude to later, but she'll be leaving the UK shores again very soon to do something particularly special. So ask about that if you so choose. But before we go through that, there's a gentleman I need to announce to you. Sam Heughan! All right, so Glasgow, he is this good looking in person. But it's not that he's that big, I'm just further away. All right, so let's, okay, I'm standing next to him, he's huge. All right, let's get started. So, as I say, I've got some questions from Glasgow, but let's start in the room. Has anyone got any questions for the talent here today? Lady in the middle here. If you just wait until your microphone comes your way, and then ask away.
Come on, Glasgow.
I just wanted to say hi to all of Outlandish UK Facebook page. Love you guys. Woo! Woo! So my questions is, if you could meet your character in a pub somewhere, what would you say to them? Like if you met them in the pub.
Bottoms up.
Want a drink? Yeah.
Make mine a double.
Woo!
Claire would drink us under the table, though.
I think she probably
Maybe
would.
not you, but...
Well, I mean, come on.
Yeah, she's a bit of a lush.
Although Ron D. Moore is sitting here and, you know.
Yeah, I don't know what I would say to myself if I met myself in a bar.
Is this real life?
Is this me? Am I you? This is not my beautiful life.
I could see that in an episode, maybe. Yeah.
Very special episode of Outlander.
All right, so let's start with the first question from Glasgow. It's actually Sally McIntosh. Oh, everyone knows Sally in London. So the question is, the cast and fans have fallen in love with the costumes designed and created by Terry. For those that don't know, Terry is Ron's wife and her amazing team. Is there one costume you would like to steal, and how much input do you have with the costumes?
My biggest input with the costumes was probably the color of the red coat uniforms, which I obsessed about and kept insisting that they weren't this sort of horrible candy apple red that I always see in movies and TV shows. So I had tortured the costume department endlessly about the color of the red coats. And other than that, I pretty much just left Terry alone to do what she does. Of all the costumes, I think, well, the wedding dress was fantastic. I love the wedding dress and Jamie's wedding outfit. And I think I really like the outfit that Dougal wore to The Gathering, which was a really great, handsome, really magnificent piece.
Very good. Katrina?
Oh, I have so many that I'd love to steal, and maybe I have as well. But the nightgown that Claire wears with Frank in Inverness is one of the most glamorous and stunning pieces I have ever worn, and I felt like a 1940s movie star in it. I've yet to get my hands on the real one, but we're going back for season 2, so who knows. But there was so many. Also, my gathering dress was really spectacular. I mean, Terry took this incredible plaid and then mixed it with this beautiful embroidery. And it was just such an interesting mix of colors and textures, and it was just really, really cool. It was like a 1740s, I don't know, Vivienne Westwood creation, so it was very cool. But I'm always amazed by what she does. They're always really beautiful.
And we've got a question also from Karen Anderson, which I'll summarize, because she's actually saying, you know what, I would love to see these costumes in real life. Is there any talk of actually putting a show together?
That comes up periodically. Would you guys like to see a costume show? Yeah, I think.
Maybe a catwalk.
Yeah, just come on by the studio and we'll. Yeah, I mean that's a possibility. We've talked about that from time to time with Sony and with Stars and with different places. And
Can I nominate Grant O'Rourke, who I know is
yes.
is hosting Glasgow right now, and I think he'd look fabulous in that little white fur number you wear in the show.
I think he would look fabulous in
When
that.
you're Grant, you look fabulous.
All right, any questions in the room? Yes.
How long does it take to go through the process of makeup and dressing to get into character?
Well, it depends, but most of the time, it's usually about an hour and a half in hair and makeup. A lot of that is to get the lovely Claire curls that I don't naturally possess. And then it takes about 15 minutes to get dressed if I'm wearing the costume from the 18th century. You know, there's a lot of layers, a lot of corseting, and you know, it's a very lengthy process, but it's amazing how much that will just get you into character straight away. So yeah, but all in all, I'd say about almost 2 hours.
I think it's fair to say that the guys take more time in hair and makeup than the girls do.
Sam takes more time.
Take a lot more time. But I mean, in the show we have some fantastic makeup department and prosthetic department, and the back scarring can take about up to 3 hours. They've got it down a lot quicker, but they're a fantastic team and you know really keep us going throughout that. But it's a quite long process, but it looks terrific.
What do you do when they're putting the back scars on? Do you listen to music? Are you like just watching TV? What are you doing while they're doing that?
Yeah, Wendy is my fabulous makeup artist. We have a fair few, but she plays music. She's got a little playlist for me, and then we have really dirty conversations.
I heard something not so long ago about what it takes for you to put a kilt on.
I've got it down. It's pretty fast. I'm up for having a kilt race maybe. No, it's certainly part of the whole process. It's something that I really enjoy. It's a part of Jamie I think the first day I put my kilt on, Terry probably despaired, but it's definitely become sort of a routine and a ritual to getting into the character.
And you have to lie down to get it on?
Yes, you have to lie down, and we had these very small trailers that I shared. I shared with Kat on one side, and I think she used to complain about how my trailer was rocking.
Well, I was
every
trying
morning.
to figure out what was going on over there. Every morning the trailer would just start rocking and I would get rather scared, but...
Getting into character.
Okay, what about the funniest thing that's happened in filming? Anything that comes to mind?
I mean, there was
Uh-oh.
one day where Sam tried to put on a shirt, and it took a very strange amount of time. You know, he couldn't find the armholes. He had it back to front. He had it upside down.
Yes, it was on Katrina's close-up, so I wasn't on camera. So all I had to do was put a shirt on, and I managed to put it on. Didn't get one arm through. Then I put it on back to front, and then the last time I hit her in the face. So it was very successul.
Okay. So, Ron, I've got a question for you from Glasgow. Lisa Lyle. Do you know Lisa?
They do.
All right. Hello, Lisa from London. All right. So she asked, look, Jamie Fraser was going to be your casting challenge for season 1. Or so you thought. What casting challenges lie ahead for season 2?
Well, there's a lot of casting challenges for season 2. For those of you that, how many people here know the books? Well, as you know, we have everyone from Roger and Brianna to Bonnie Prince Charlie to King Louis to the Countess Saint Germain to Fergus. There's a lot of really important characters to cast in the second season. So, it's underway. We're looking at reams and reams of tape, and it's a long, difficult process, but we'll get there. We haven't cast anybody yet, but it's underway.
You know how Tobias plays 2 characters?
Yeah? You want to play Fergus?
I'd love to, yeah. He's smaller, isn't he?
He's just somewhat, you can do it on
And
your
younger.
knees.
All right. So questions within the room. Oh, it's quick. All right. Have we got a mic for this lady over here? If you'd like to say your name so Glasgow can cheer.
Oh, hi, my name's Kari, and I'm representing the fans from France, actually.
Oh, wow.
Ah,
Okay.
bienvenue.
Merci bien. In fact, I'm a New Yorker, but I've been living in Paris for a while. My question's for Ron, because I've been reading the books since I was 16, and I know them backward, forward, upside down. What was the most challenging and therefore the most rewarding scene to develop, and how did you go about dealing with it?
Well, they all have their own challenges, as you know, because there's a lot of material in that first book to cover, a lot of storylines, a lot of memorable scenes, and sometimes there were scenes that were loomed larger. Did you just spill your entire drink, Sam?
More whiskey for the lady in front.
The one that comes to mind is there's a scene in the first book where Jack has Claire at Fort William, and it's just the two of them in the room for a while. And when you read the book the first time, or at least when I did, that scene loomed really large. It was like, oh, that's a great scene. We're going to do a whole episode about that. And then when we were breaking it down in the writer's room, you go back and you look at the book, and it's really only a couple of pages long. But it's such a memorable moment that we said, let's just expand that into an entire episode. And it was great. I was very happy with the way that episode turned out. It's just 2 characters in a room talking, and there's flashbacks. You see when Jamie was actually flogged by Blackjack Randall. You get inside their head. And it was a satisfying sort of accomplishment just as a writer and a member of a writing staff, because it just showed, you could take something that was very small on the page and expand it successfully, and we had a cast that could sustain it and a production that could sit you in one set for a very long period of time and do a whole episode like that. So it was great.
Thanks.
Any other questions in the room? Okay, so if we can get a mic to that lady at the back there. And while we're waiting for that mic, Kat, question from Scotland again, Abigail Knowles. All right,
Yes, Abigail.
what or who inspired you to become an actress?
Oh, wow. I don't quite know what the initial spark was. I've wanted to be an actress since since I can remember, since I was a little brat running around the house. Apparently, I used to do Margaret Thatcher impressions. What
oh,
that was about, I don't know.
Yeah, can we
I
see it?
can't.
Oh.
I can't. But my father, even though he was a police sergeant, he's retired now, but he used to do comedy sketches with friends of his. So I assume that it's come sort of via him. But yeah, since I can remember.
Wonderful. Okay.
Hi, my name's Rachel McDonald.
Hello.
When I'm having like a bad day or a bad week, I've got a particular film that I watch that kind of picks me up, which is the sound, not Sound of Music, Singing in the Rain. Do you have a film that kind of you watch to pick you up or make you smile?
I have a few in rotation. I have Manhattan by Woody Allen, or I have Breakfast at Tiffany's, or or my other one is A Woman is a Woman. So those are my three go-to happy films.
I think Friday Night Lights, in a funny way, I've watched that season the first couple of seasons about 3 or 4 times. I don't know why, it's a bit of escapism, and it's very highbrow. It's about an American football team.
True hearts, clear eyes, can't lose.
Yeah, can't lose.
And I watch an episode of Seinfeld every day.
Yay.
Family Guy as well, it's pretty good.
Okay, well, we heard about Katrina and Margaret Thatcher impressions. Another question from Glasgow. Diana Aitken, directed at Sam, actually. Sam, she says, you are really good at managing different accents. I was wondering if that was something you could do naturally, or was it something you were taught at the RSAMD, which I guess is code for Royal Scottish Academy of Music and Drama?
Thank you, Mum, for asking that question.
And do you do Margaret Thatcher?
No, I think I'd be disowned if I did. Yes, I went to the Royal Scottish Academy of Music and Drama, or as I think Kat once called it, the School of Mediocre Acting. It's got a ring to it. They might adopt it. And you.
Cheeky.
We obviously we do accents there. I don't know. We've got a wonderful accent coach on the show, Caroline Crawford, and working with her and Agav, who's the Gaelic tutor, we sort of found, the way that Jamie speaks. And I think for me that was definitely the seed, the Gaelic language, the Gaelic culture was a way into the character, and that's his initial first language. And then learning more about Gaelic as well, the Gaelic place names and how these people were. Certainly for me, it was definitely the way to find Jamie.
And what's your favourite accent?
I do a really bad New York accent.
Yo.
Hey, I'm walking you.
I do good Godfather as well.
Oh, God. Oh, we need music. We need music.
Come to this tunnel and you watch Outlander.
Somebody cut the film.
respect.
Stop filming.
I could go on. I think that's my train.
Oh, I had the music. I had the music going on in the background. It was perfect. All right, another question in the room. Yes, at the front. At the front.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I was just wondering, it's a question for Ron, Sam, and Kat. What has been the most rewarding experience since starting Outlander for you all?
I'm not sure anything quite topped the first day. There was something really just great of, we were shooting on location, doing the World War II field hospital scene. And, long time coming, worked at the project a long time, or tried to get it off the ground for a long time. Then you pitch the show, then you write the first episodes, and you wait for the show to get picked up, and then you assemble the team, and you scout the locations, and there's all this prep, and are you ever going to actually make something? And I remember when we were standing off camera, clustered in this moldy smelling, ruin of a place while they were shooting the hospital scene, and you just saw the first shot, which was this big crane glide over all the casualties, and you just knew it was going to work, and it was just great. And there was this feeling of, yes, we are actually going to do this. I remember, Sam, you came out day one, and it was sort of like the gang's all here, and the family's assembled, and all the pieces of the production are in place, and there was just this sense of confidence, and yeah, we're going to do something that's special and great. And it was just a high, like right from the first clapboard.
When I walked in and I saw it was their lunch break, and Katrina sort of, well, there were all these extras walking past covered in blood, and then Katrina just walked past, and she was like in her own world, and you were covered in blood as well. And it just felt so atmospheric, and it was like you were transported there, and I thought, yeah, this is really exciting.
Yeah, there was definitely like a special alchemy on set that day, and it just really felt incredible. But I think also one of the really rewarding things has been being able to, with the fans of the shows, do something really positive with, you know, with the attention and everything that the show's getting. And I know that so many fans here, probably, as well as fans all over the UK and in the US, have gotten together and raised so much money for charities that we support. And
Thank you.
that feels amazing. And I want to just say thank you so much to everyone who's done that.
Okay, another question from Glasgow. Nicola Holland. What was your favourite part of filming in Fife?
Fife, specifically. I like Black Ness, I believe, is in Fife.
You're the Scot here.
Nicola's not here to say it wasn't, but I mean, I really enjoyed working at Black Ness because that doubles as Fort William. It may not be in Fife, but it's close enough. And it was a terrific location, and I remember we had some night shoots there, and it was just like a very late at night and very crisp, clear evening, and we had explosions and redcoats running around, and that was. It's like this castle that's kind of half rock as well. It's built out of the stone there, and it's sort of a really terrifying place. And it felt like the rightful home to Blackjack Randall.
And Scotland really plays a character in the show. How do you feel about her now?
Yeah, I mean, from the beginning, we kind of felt like the books and then the show were sort of a love letter to Scotland, and so it was great to shoot it there, to use so many people in the crew that were from there. It's great. It's a great country. The people are lovely. It's a cold place. It's those of us from the States that go to the set, and we're covered in Gore-Tex and scarves and hats and boots, and you're standing there freezing behind the camera, and you'll look over and there'll be some young lady who's a camera assistant. She's wearing like shirt sleeves and chewing gum, and you're like, wow, they make them tough here, man. It's like.
Okay, and Katrina, we mentioned earlier about a new project you're going back for. Do you want to give the guys a sense of that?
Well, it's not Outlander, but no, I'm very excited. I have a few weeks left on another project. It's called Money Monster, and it's it's directed by the wonderful Jodie Foster, which is amazing, and it also has some people you might know. George Clooney, some guy, and Julia Roberts and Jack O'Connell. So yeah, but I'm really excited. But it's funny. I'm more excited, I think, to get back to Outlander and to get back to the family. So
leaving George Clooney behind and working back with Sam.
Like
You got
George
me, you
Clooney,
got
who?
me, huh?
Come on.
Come on.
All right, another question in the room. We've got time for 2 more questions. Okay, lady in the middle here.
I was going to say for Sam, kind of like the Mr. Darcy of our era. How are you handling that? You taking it on well, or is it a bit much?
His head has gotten enormous.
Never.
And whenever I can, I go swimming in shirt sleeves. Isn't that what he does? I don't know.
I don't know what that means, but
Isn't that moment he walks out of the water and he's all, wow. I don't know. Jamie's a fantastic character to play. Colin Firth, I'm coming for you.
All right, and time for one more question from the room. Actually, we'll go for this lady in the middle here with the glasses on.
Hi, I'm just wondering, is there a particular aspect of your characters that you're really drawn to or that you find particularly fascinating? And also whether there's an aspect of another character that kind of has the same effect?
Well, for me, Claire's lust for life, this, appetite that she has for life was just so attractive to me to play. I mean, she's such a passionate woman, and she's such an empathetic woman, and she's such a true survivor. So that was, it was just such a dream to be able to play her. In terms of another character,
Blackjack, isn't it?
yeah, it'd have to be Blackjack. That's just so much fun.
Sam?
It's Blackjack all the way. Yeah, no, what was the question? I was just thinking about Blackjack. And
So what do you like about playing Angus?
yes, I've got my eye on every part here. No, I mean, yeah, Jamie, as we said before, he's a fantastic character to play, and Diana's given us such a gift of a part, and it feels like we're on this journey and we're sort of discovering these characters, and where we end up at the end of episode 1 is a really interesting kind of grey area, and I don't know, it feels like a tragedy, but also feels very positive as well, and I think season 2 is going to be really exciting.
Great. Well, thank you very much, guys. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
So, bringing this to a close, and I hope you enjoyed that. The first thing we have to say, and we mentioned it earlier, but it's huge thanks to you all. It's been a long, long day for everyone, and it's with your generosity of spirit that has enabled today to happen. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Glasgow.
Thank you, Glasgow.
Thank you all very much.
Okay, so goodbye to Glasgow. Thank you very much for your time too, and I'm so glad that we're able to get so many of your questions answered today. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye to Glasgow. All right, goodbye, Glasgow. All right, now the guy.